Hello and welcome back. Today we've got an exciting tutorial. We're talking about S3 access points. Imagine you have an S3 bucket with lots and lots of objects. And this bucket, of course, has its bucket policy attached to it. Now, you also know that because the bucket has lots of different objects, lots of different people need access to it. So, for example, the marketing team needs access to it. Some Lambda function needs access to it. The data science team needs access to it, and so on. So what you could do is you could put all of those permissions into this one bucket policy. But because so many different teams and functions and people need access to this bucket, this is going to get exponentially difficult and it's going to make this policy very big. So a workaround for that is S3 access points. Here, what you would do is you would create an S3 access point for the marketing team. And this is what it looks like, and it has its own policy attached to it. And this policy would say that anybody on the marketing team would have read-write access to any object that has the marketing prefix. And as a result, the marketing team would have access, but only to the marketing objects in this bucket, because they don't need to access anything else for any other reason. So then the Lambda function would also get its own S3 access point. And for example, it's a Lambda function dealing with inventory. So it would access anything that has the inventory prefix, any objects with that prefix, and it would have read-write access. The data science team doesn't need to change any objects in the bucket, but they do need to access all of them. So they would access all objects through their own S3 access point with its own policy. So this policy would specify that they have read-only access to all objects so that they can do their analytics. And so on. You can keep creating these S3 access points, and that simplifies the management of access. And another thing you can do is take it to the next level. You can also create an S3 access point with a VPC-origin specified. And what does that do? Well, that means that through this access point can only be accessed by something in that specific VPC. So for example, we have a VPC with an EC2 instance here that you would need to set up a VPC endpoint with its own policy over there. And that VPC endpoint then would be connecting to the S3 access point with this VPC origin. So this S3 access point would say that only from this VPC are you allowed to access this VPC, this S3 access point, and that creates an additional layer of security. And from there, it would give, for example, this EC2 instance might be processing any video files. It needs read-write access to anything with the video prefix, and this can be done through this VPC, through this S3 access point. It's still an S3 access point, just like these ones, but it has the VPC origin specified. So there you go. That's how this works. It's just a convenient way of arranging and managing access to the same bucket at a prefix level and customizing permissions, and also you have this VPC origin feature. Here's a quick summary of what we discussed. I look forward to seeing you back here next time, and until then, enjoy the cloud.